Hello, assalamu alaikum. Today we will do a quick, short, inshallah, let's hope it's short, video on lesson 2.3 standard form. Again, another form for writing equation of a line. Okay. Type. So until now we took slope intercept form, which is the first lesson that we took, then point slope form, and today we're gonna revise and review together standard form. As you can see, each form is different than the other one. Standard form follows this way. This is how it should look like. A, B, and C, they don't hold any meaning to any constraint on the line, such as slope or y-intercept. It's not, or a point x and y. It's not like the previous forms. A, B, and C are only numbers that help us in finding the x-intercept and the y-intercept. We will review more on how to find x and y-intercept because we need that to graph our line. And one more thing that I have to make sure that you have it at a clear point is A, B, and C. These should be numbers, but they should be integers, whole numbers. For example, it can be 2x plus 5y equals 7. 2 is A, B is 5, and C is 7. Again, they don't hold any specific meaning like a slope or a point or whatsoever. No, they're just a coefficient of the x and y, and they help us in finding x-intercept and y-intercept. Another thing is A and B, these two coefficients, they cannot be zero. We said that they can be integers, but they cannot be zero. If they were zero, then the whole x term will be cancelled, and again the y term will be cancelled at the same time. Therefore, our equation of a line will not be an equation of a line. It will be only an expression, and it cannot really represent the line because there is no x and y anymore. Again, they cannot be both zero. Like one of them can be zero and the other one should be there, or maybe the B is 0, so the y is cancelled, and the other one should be there. Like at least one variable should be fixed. Okay, so in this lesson we're going to be discussing three main ideas: writing and graphing a line given the standard form, equation of the line, and then standard form and slope intercept form, how are they related? Okay. Last idea is vertical and horizontal lines. We took this idea in lesson 8.1, reflection. If you remember, we took the vertical lines and we took horizontal lines on the coordinate. How do we name them and why they are like that? But we're gonna see how are they related to standard form. Okay. Lastly, I will discuss some challenging questions. They're just 4 questions. I kept them till the end in case you want to stay for the end of the video. Again, you can skip through the video between each part and the other one, okay? So starting with the first part, again, our standard form and equation of the line in standard form looks like this. AX, A is the coefficient of x, plus BY, B is the coefficient of the y, equals to C. Okay, let's see how can we write the equation of a line in standard form giving a word problem. So here, this word problem we discussed in class. It says that Rashid will spend a total of 210. Generally, most of the time, this total of 210 is basically C, which is the answer of our equation. Usually we write it like this. It just equals to 210. Whatever here is the details of the equation, or whatever he will spend, but it should equal to 210 if he's willing to spend the whole 210. Okay, most of the time. But again, it's just a tip that might help you. So on Global Village tickets this season, sometimes he booked value tickets, and other times he booked he can book any day entry ticket. Now the value ticket costs 21 and any day entry ticket costs 30. How can I represent it as a linear equation again? So a value ticket costs 21, so I have 21 dirhams. I have to multiply it by a variable that represents how many tickets I'm gonna buy. In this case, I can choose either X or Y. Since they did not give you any hint which variable is X, which one is Y, I know that value tickets is a variable because I don't know how many value tickets I'm gonna buy, and any day entry ticket is another variable. It's a different variable. It cannot be the same because they're different categories. So again, here I want a variable. Since they did not say this is X or that's Y, you can choose. So I'm just gonna choose that 21 should be multiplied with the variable X plus, and he's gonna pay, and what, any day entry ticket that costs 30 per ticket, right? So 30 times the other variable. I cannot put X because خلاص X is for value tickets, and now I'm talking about any day entry ticket, so I have to use another variable. Thank God in standard form we can use both variables for different situations. Okay, yep. But miss, what if I want to write it as 21y plus 30x equals 210? This is correct and this is correct. Since they didn't specify which one is X, which one is Y, it's both are exactly correct. But again, once you decide to follow one of them, then you have to do the graph using the one that you chose to write. Okay. Again, 210. What does it represent? The total amount he can spend. X and Y, they represent different types of tickets. That's why they are different variables. I cannot put X and X. In this case, that's why standard form is useful. And 21 and 30 are basically coefficient, and they represent the price of each ticket for these different categories. This is A, coefficient of X, this is B, and this is C. Do they hold any meaning? No. Is the slope is C, for example? No. Is B the y-intercept? No. The y-intercept was small b. But the letter capital B is not the y-intercept. It's not the same. Okay. Let's see. How can I find the X and Y intercept, or how can I graph my equation given standard form? Again, since I don't have any point, anything that can help me in any information, not even the slope, that can help me in graphing this equation, then I'm gonna start thinking about finding the X and Y intercept. Okay, remember the Y intercept, wherever you're, let's say that my line looks like this. Y-intercept is the point where I'm intersecting the y-axis, and this point has a y value, but the x value is 0. Can you see the x value? It's always 0, but the y value, it's for example 7. It can be any other value. This is y-intercept point. You will see in a minute why do I use it, or why do I find it. It's very easy to find it. X-intercept, same idea. It's the point where my line is crossing the x-axis. Can you see? Here is the point. And this point usually has an x value. It has a value on the x-axis. But the y value is what? 0. This is x-intercept. Now, remember, y-intercept, the x of it is 0. Can you see? X-intercept, the y of it is 0. It's very good if you can remember that and make sure to understand it, like, for sure. تمام? طيب. How is that useful? Let's see. So again, I have an equation. It has two variables. I cannot solve the equation with two variables. Like, there is exactly two variables here, and I cannot find the value of x and y is there. Same goes for y. What's the solution? I'm gonna try to find the y-intercept. What is the y-intercept? What do I mean by finding the y-intercept? Remember when we said that the y-intercept or y-intercept point looks like what? Has a 0 in x and some value in y value, okay? So y-intercept always the x of it is 0, okay? So I'll take my equation, 21x plus 30y equals 210. Again, I cannot solve the equation because I have two variables. But thank God we're gonna find the y-intercept. The y-intercept allow me to put the x to 0 because that's the meaning of y-intercept. So in order to find y-intercept, just set x, substitute x as 0. If x was 0, 0 times 21, it's gonna be cancelled. 0 plus this is just nothing. So can you see? We are left only with the y part, only with one variable. Now I can solve the equation. Divide by 30, divide by 30. Y equals, if you want to divide this, you're gonna get 7. So can you see? My y-intercept is 7. So what's my y-intercept point? It's 0x 7y. Can you see? This is my y-axis. How can I locate it? Go to your y-axis and my y-intercept, of course, on the y-axis. Go to number 7 and put a point there. Done. That's my y-intercept. Let's do the same for x-intercept. Why do I want to find also x-intercept? Of course, because if I want to graph a line, I need 2 points. So this is the first point. I need the other one. Let's use x-intercept. Can you see how easy it is? So find x-intercept. Again, remember x-intercept point looks like this. It has an x value and the y is 0. So directly I know that x-intercept, the y of it is 0. So write your equation. It was 21x plus 30y. 21x plus 30y equals 210. Again, if I want to find x-intercept, I'm going to put my y as 0, substitute the y as 0. That will cancel it. Now what do we have left? We have, thank God, one variable, 21x equals 210. Now I can solve for x. Just divide by 21, both sides. X equals 210 divided by 21 is 10. I found my x-intercept. What's the x-intercept point? It's 10 and 0 for the y. This is x-intercept point. Okay, how can I graph it? To graph it, go to the x-axis and look for your x-intercept, which is 10. Here is 10. Put a point. Lastly, thank God we're done. Just connect the y and x. It should be a straight line. I'm trying. Okay. Never mind. Let me try for one more time. معلش. Yeah, done. That's it. This is the whole idea of graphing your equation in standard form. Find y-intercept, locate it. Find x-intercept, locate it, and then connect the 2 points with a straight line. Let's take a short example. So very quickly, again, I have another equation. I want to graph it. In order to graph it, I should find the x and y intercept. This is in standard form. Directly, since it's in standard form, I know that I don't have slope, I don't have a point, I don't have y-intercept. I need to find a way to graph my equation. What should I do? First, find x-intercept and graph it. Second, find y-intercept and graph it, or just the opposite way around, doesn't matter. Okay, so I'll start by finding x-intercept. Remember, x-intercept means y is 0. Okay, so go ahead. We're gonna write my equation. X plus 4y equals 8. What does x-intercept means? It means the y is 0. I'm gonna only find x. Okay, this is cancelled. Now x alone equals 8. Easy. I found my x-intercept. So what's my point? It's 8 on the x, 0 in the y. Can you see it? That's it. I found my point. This is the first point. Go on your line and graph it. So that was my x-intercept point. Go to the x-axis. Where is 8? Here is 8. Graph it. That's it. Do the same for y-intercept. So again, what does y-intercept means? It means that x is 0. So write your equation. X plus 4y equals 8. Again, y-intercept means x is 0. That cancelled. So I only have 4y equals 8. Divide by 4 both sides. Y equals 2. This is my y-intercept. So I have a point where the y is 2, the x is 0. That's it. Go to your point 0, 2, which is on the y-axis, number 2. That's it. And then connect the 2 points. Perfect. But very easy, very simple, straightforward. Let's do the same here. Again, first thing, find x-intercept. Second, find y-intercept. Make sure to organize your work. Make sure your work is clear, well organized, step by step, okay? So x-intercept, what does it mean? The y is 0. Y-intercept, what does it mean? The x is 0, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and write my equation. It's 3x minus 4. 3x minus 4y equals 24, and start solving. So to find x-intercept, I want to find the x value when my y is 0. This is gonna be cancelled. So I only have 3x equals 24. Divide by 3 both sides. X equals 8. So my point is what? It's 8 on x, 0 on y. Go to your x-axis. Where is 8 on the x-axis? It's here. Next, find the y-intercept. Again, write your equation. Y-intercept means I want my y value when the x is 0. 0 times 3 is cancelled. Now pay attention here. Here can be a common mistake by some of the students. Banat, I don't have 4y left alone. Nope, I also have the negative. Don't forget the sign, please. Okay? Divide by negative 4. That's negative 4 times y, so I have to divide. Okay? Y equals negative 6. Pay attention whenever you are dealing with signs. Pay extra attention. So the y is negative 6, the x is 0. Okay? So go to your y-axis. Where is negative 6? Here. Lastly, connect your points. And that's it. Here we have some questions. Let's see. So our friend has $12 to spend. Okay, that's the total amount she can spend. Directly, I know that this is the total. Then usually it's equal to the total. Okay, this is how my equation should look like. Okay, that's my C. On a mixture of green and red grapes, what equation can she use to graph the line showing the different amount of green and red grapes? Again, since I have two categories, then using standard form is a very good idea. It's very easy, straightforward. Just decide where is x, where is y. I'm gonna choose that green grapes for x, red grapes for y. So the price is $3 per pound of green grapes. They are different categories, that's why they have x and y. So 3 times x, which is the amount of pounds of green grapes, 3x, plus she can buy $2 per y, so 2y, and that's my equation. A is 3 plus by B is 2 and C is 12. Okay, I'm just making sure that it follows the standard form. Nothing doesn't hold any actual meaning. A, B, C, they don't hold a meaning. They just help us in graphing. طيب, here we have a question. Malcolm says that the equation, this one, is in standard form. He says that this equation in standard form is this way. Okay, what is the error that Malcolm did? So basically the equation was y equals negative 1.5x plus 4. To write it as standard form looks like this: ax plus by equals c. So basically it has all variables together on one side, and it has only a number left on the other side, constant, or a number. Okay, can you see that? But here I have a variable on one side and a variable on the other side. So what should I do? I need to try to remove the x from here and have it on the other side. This is something that we know how to do. طيب, يلا بسرعة. We're gonna add 1.5 on both sides, 1.5x. Why am I adding 1.5x? Just to cancel the variable from the right side. I want it to be only constants, and the left side I wanted to have all variables, so it looked like the standard form. Okay, I'm doing it myself and I want to see what error he did. Okay, so let's see. So what do I have left here? I have here positive 1.5x plus y equals only 4. It kind of looks like standard form, but there is one small step that you have to do. Remember when we said that ax plus by equals c. C is 4 and it's an integer. B is 1 and it's an integer. But a is 1.5. It's not an integer. What should I do? I can do one thing. I need to try to find a way to replace the 1.5 with a value, but still the equation is equivalent or has the same value. Okay, so I can just easily double 1.5. 1.5, double it. If you want to double it, just times it by 2. It's gonna be 3. Okay, now I only doubled y to just remove the 0.5. If I double it, the half and half will add up to a whole. Okay, so but because you are doubling the 1.5, you have to double all other values or like terms. Okay, so instead of 1y, I'm gonna have 2y's. Instead of 4, I'm gonna also double it into 8. So remember, when you double one term, you should double all other terms, because this is an equation. Whatever you do on one side, you have to do it to the other side. Whatever you do to a term, you have to do to all other terms. Okay, so this is the mistake that he did. He left it as a decimal, and it shouldn't be as a decimal. He should make sure to write it like as an integer. The 1.5 should become as an integer. You can write it as 3, you can times it by 4, you can times it by 10, times it by anything that can change it into an integer. Okay, طيب. Next idea is, how is standard form and slope-intercept form related? So let's see. So basically, suppose we did that, by the way, the idea just here, exactly here, it's question تبع Malcolm. So here they're saying that write each equation in standard form. As you can see, standard form, how does it look like? It looks like the following: ax plus by equals c. Variables on one side and constant on the other side. Can you see? So here I have variables on both sides. I need to remove the 4x from here and gather it with the y on the other side, okay? So minus 4x on both sides. Bye bye. Now I have negative 4x plus y equals negative 18. Ask yourself, are they all integers? Yes, integer. Here is 1, integer, integer. So all integers, then we are done. Okay, same thing goes here. Again, I have 1 over 2 x on the other side and y on one side. What should I do? Remove it from here to the other side. Add 1 over 2 x to cancel it, but do it on both sides. What do I have left? I have positive 1 over 2 x plus y equals negative 10. Integer, but I have here a fraction. How can I cancel this or like write it as a whole number? طيب, the problem with this fraction is there's a division by 2. شوفوا, you either double again the half, it's gonna be 1x, but double everything, negative 20. This is one idea and it's correct, totally correct. Or another general way that always works, يعني if it was 1 over 3, how can I do it? You can triple it, okay, but like how can I mathematically step by step do it? Is try to think about how can I remove the division by 2. If there was no division by 2, I'm gonna have only 1, which is the whole number. To cancel division by 2, which is the problem, just multiply by 2 everything, which is the same idea of doubling it. I'm gonna have 1x here also times 2, 2y, and here also times 2, negative 20. So what did I do? I just multiplied by 2 everything. Why? To cancel the division by 2, to cancel the fraction. Again, why am I doing that? Because standard form should have all integers, okay? All coefficients and constants should be integers. A, B, C should be integers, okay? That's it. So this was slope-intercept form. How did I change it to standard form? Just move the x to the other side. That's it. How is standard form and of a linear equation similar, and how is it different from slope-intercept form? So basically they are both equation of a line. This is how they are similar. Both can represent the equation of the same line. Like I can write the equation of a line either in slope-intercept form or in standard form. Both of them are equal. Both of them are representing the same equation of a line, but they're just different formats, okay? How are they different? Now, the standard form has you can graph it using x and y intercept, and it does not have no slope or b, the y intercept, okay? But the slope intercept form is clearly you can see the m, you can see the b, but again you need to find the x-intercept. In order to find it, you need to also like calculate, set y as 0 and solve the equation, which is going to take more steps or whatsoever. But y-intercept is very clear, as you can see. The m is very clear, as you can see, okay? Standard form, it's a bit different. You cannot see the slope and y-intercept as clear as always, as expected, but you can find the x and y-intercept just very easy. We learned how to find it. طيب, last part. So equation of vertical and horizontal lines. Remember when we took in reflection that these lines, they have an equation, but the equation is kind of interesting. For example, the blue line okay? It's a straight line, a horizontal line, passing by 4 on the y-axis. So we said that the equation of this line is y equals 4. And the reason behind this is we said that the slope of the horizontal line is always 0. M is 0. So the equation of the line looks like this. Y equals mx plus b, right? If m is 0, there's going to be y equals, this is 0, plus b. So what's the y-intercept? It's 4. That's why it's equals to 4. This is the equation, okay? This is the deep explanation why. If you want something deeper, let's take for example the line x equals -3. Why is it -3? Like, what's the slope here? If you want to know, like, it's undefined, but we need to write the equation of this line. So we said that the reason is any point on this line has always the x coordinate is -3. So we said that this is the reason why the equation of the line is x equals -3, because always x is -3, okay? Anyways, just shortly, how is that related to standard form? You're gonna see. So basically, suppose that my equation of a line is y equals 4, which is a horizontal line. Again, remember, horizontal lines is y equals the y-intercept. And vertical line is x equals the x-intercept. For example, this is a vertical line, the yellow one. Where is it intersecting the x? In 6, so the equation is x equals 6. This is a horizontal line. So where is it intersecting the y-axis? It's -2 on the y-axis, so y equals -2. It's very simple. How is it related to standard form? For example, the equation of the line y equals 4. C is 4. B is 1. What do you think A is? Since the x disappeared from the equation, then A definitely is 0, and x had to disappear because 0 times x is 0. Okay? That's why the equation of the line is only y equals 4. And remember when I said that A alone can be 0 and B alone can be 0, but both together 0, they cannot be both 0. Because if both were 0, they will both x and y disappear, and it won't make any sense. طيب من الآخر مس شو بدك. So here we have a question you will see is graph the line, this line. What should I do? Try to simplify it in a way that it will be only y equals something, so that you can graph it, okay? Just divide by 2 both sides. Y equals 6 divided by 2 is 3. What does it mean y equals 3? So I'm looking for a line that passes through y is equals 3. So on the y-axis, this is 3. My line that passes through 3 is this one. It's a horizontal line. Passing by 3. So y equals 3. Now next, here we have this one. Again, divide by 3. It's very easy. X equals -2. It's going to be a vertical line passing by -2. So on the x-axis, this is -2 because it's x equals -2. Ooh, I'm trying. Well, I'm trying. Okay, بس خلاص. So x equals -2. Now here, divide by 3. It's very easy. The idea of this idea is very easy. Equals -5. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So how can I do it? I wanted another color. خلاص, imagine that I found it with the green color. Y equals -5. So on the y-axis, search for -5. Here we go. This is a horizontal line, straight line supposed to be. I don't accept it. Yep, better. y equals negative 5. So it's a horizontal line at y equals negative 5. Lastly is this one, divide by negative 9, x equals positive 3. How can I graph this equation? So I have on the x-intercept positive 3. Since I don't have a y-intercept, I don't have any y, so it's just a straight vertical line passing by 3 on the x-axis. So this is a vertical line. That's it. Very easy. So if you reached this part of the video, you're amazing. Keep going. We're about to finish. We only have 4 tricky questions to solve. Bismillah. Now you need to really pay attention with me. So here we have this question is related to part A. Okay, if you're stuck at this part, you can go back with the video to part A. Okay, describe and correct the error a student made finding the intercept, x and y intercept, on the graph of this line. The student said 4, 0, so he put x as 0 to find the y-intercept. Okay, this is cancelled. Now what do we have? Negative 6y equals 12. He said that 6y equals 12. Where is the negative? Can you see it? I forgot the negative. So again, to find the error, you can either read the steps carefully, or you can do the steps yourself down and compare your answer with the student's answer. I'll do it myself. So 4x minus 6y equals 12. To graph the equation, I'm gonna first find the y-intercept, then find the x-intercept. Okay, y-intercept, this means x equals 0. So let's take my equation. X is 0, then this is gonna be cancelled. Now I have negative 6y divided by negative 6 on both sides. Y equals, 12 divided by negative 6 is negative 2. So what did he say? He said that y equals 2, and that's not correct. The y-intercept should be negative 2. So here exactly is the mistake he made. He forgot the negative. Let's do the x-intercept. X-intercept, then the y should be 0. Okay, let's take our equation. If the y is 0, this is going to be cancelled. 4x equals 12, divide by 4 both sides. X equals 12 divided by 4 is 3. Did he find it as 3? Yes. So only the mistake was with the y-intercept. Let's do this question. Okay, so for this question, they're saying that if C is 24, so the equation is ax plus by equals 24. Okay, for each graph, for both of them. Okay, write the standard form. So they gave me the graph. I can see the x-intercept and the y-intercept, but I cannot find a and b. I cannot say that a is 4 and b is negative 3. That's not true. I need to try to think about the x-intercept and y-intercept and how can I find a and b. Okay, so let's go with the steps slowly. If I wanted to find the x-intercept, okay, what should I do? I will put y as 0. So my equation will have only ax equals 24. This will be 0. Only ax equals 24. Since I know that the x-intercept will be 4, then the x, I know the value of it. It should be 4, okay? What is the value of a, the coefficient, to multiply it with 4 and get 24. Just you can either think about it or divide by 4 both sides. And A, you can see it's clearly, it should be 6. So I found A. A should be 6. Again, how can I double check? Because 6 times 4 will give you 24, and y-intercept should, to find x-intercept, y should be 0, okay? That's it. Do the same for B. B is related to y-intercept. So if I wanted to find the y-intercept, then I'm gonna put x as 0. If x was 0, then my equation will only have what? My equation will only have by equals 24 without the ax. X is 0. So let's write it down. By equals 24. Now, the good thing is, I already know that the y-intercept is 3, okay? I already know the y-intercept will be 3. So b times 3 will give me 24. What is the b value, the b number? You can divide by 3 both sides and find out that b should be 8, because 8 times 3 will give me 24. B should be 8. I found my b. This is 8. So my equation in standard form, what does it look like? It looks like the following. A is 6x plus b is 8, y equals 24. Yes. So to find a and b, substitute oh sorry, it should be -3. What a huge mistake. This is -3. So it should be -8. This should be -8. Positive with negative is -8 only. Sorry. Y-intercept is -3, as you can see. Anyways, to find a and b, to find a, substitute x with the x-intercept, which is 4. To find b, substitute the y with the y-intercept, which is -3, and solve. You will find it. Same thing here. So again, how can I find a? So use the x-intercept. To find a, again, the y will be cancelled because it's 0. Okay? So I'm gonna only have ax equals 24. Okay? So what is x-intercept? I already know from the graph that my x-intercept is here, and my y-intercept is here. The number that is here should be 3, and the number that is here 1, and here is 2. Okay? So x-intercept should be 3. And I'm gonna try to find a. Just divide by 3 both sides. A is 8. That's it. So to find b, I will use y-intercept, because b is next to the y-intercept basically. So I will find by equals 24. Where did the ax go? Because y-intercept means the x is 0. So therefore the ax will disappear basically. So what is y? Y, they told me from the graph, it's 2. Just solve. Divide by 2 both sides. B equals 12. Then, therefore, my equation of the line, a is 8x plus b is 12, y equals 24. If you want to double check, you can solve all over again and check if the x and y intercept are matching. Next, let's do this question. This is for part B, part 2. Dareen graphs the linear equation, this one, and this one, these two equations. The equations look identical, so he believes that the equation represent the same line. What mathematical argument, without graphing it, when they are asking what mathematical argument, يعني بدهم, how can I show that the two forms are equal or equivalent without actually graphing them? Let's see. I have one of them in slope-intercept form and one of them in standard form. I will take slope-intercept form and change it to standard form because I know how to change it. So slope-intercept form is this one. Y equals negative 2 over 5x plus 3. I want to change it to standard form. طيب, let's do it. So again, I need to remove the x from this side. Remember, changing it to standard form means two things. Make sure that the variables are together and make sure that all coefficients are integers, okay? So 2 over 5x plus y equals 3. Okay, now I have all variables together, all numbers together, but I have a problem. This is not an integer, 2 over 5. How can I cancel the division by 5, the fractional part? To cancel division by 5, just multiply by 5 everything. The multiplication by 5 will cancel the fraction. I'm gonna have only 2x. Here, 5 times 1y is 5y. 5 times 3 is 15. Here we go. Check. Is this the same as the one that they gave me? It is 2x, 5y equals 15. So, yep, they are exactly the same. بس خلصنا. Last idea here. This is a very nice idea. I truly like this one. I like similar questions. So here we have, consider the line represented by the equation, this one. How is the slope of the line related to the values of a, b, c in standard form? So let's take the same equation, 5x plus 2y equals 10, okay? And to find slope, this is standard form. To find slope, what about changing the standard form back to slope-intercept form? Why? Because slope-intercept form has a slope. It should look like y equals mx plus b, right? So let's see. It has a slope m, okay? Let's see, how can I change this back to slope-intercept form? Slope-intercept form has y alone equals to mx plus b. So I should have only y alone here. So I'm going to try to get rid of this one and this one, okay? Yeah, let's do it. So basically, I'm going to do opposite of the steps here. So first of all, cancel the term outside. Take the 5x to the other side. Now I have 2y equals negative 5x plus 10, okay? Now I have a problem. It should be y alone equals mx plus b, but I have 2 times y. So in order to cancel the multiplication by 2, I need to have only y. Divide by 2. Cancelled. But whenever you are doing this one, you have to divide by 2 for all terms, okay? What will I have? Here I'm gonna have only y equals. Here I will have 5 divided by 2. I can write it as 5 over 2, but negative, okay? X. Here I have 10 divided by 2. I can write it also as 10 over 2. Now I can see clearly that this is the slope, negative 5 over 2. Now the question, let's go back again to the question. I know that the slope negative 5 over 2, but what is it in terms of a, b, c? Now remember when we said that this is standard form, therefore a is 5, b is 2, c is 10. طب what is negative 5 over 2 as ABC? Negative 5 over 2 is basically negative, the 5 was A over the 2 was B. So always, always, always in any standard form, if you want to find the slope like this, just take the A and B, divide them, put negative sign. It should be negative A over B. This is the slope. Always, you miss, always, always. So this is very tricky. Now I'll leave you with a question. Please make sure to respond to me. What do you think is the y-intercept, the small b, in terms of letters? What do you think it is? Yalla, share with me your ideas, and that's it for today. Bye bye.